Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Hey, we're back in the lab. I'm Mark Williams,
D Stalwart.
and we're here in the Worth Enhancement Lab, and we are here today to share some encouragement, some hope, some inspiration with you concerning life and just what you may be going through, what you may be facing, things you've been through, things you need to overcome. Come on, let's go talk about it right now here today in the Worth Enhancement Lab. And our topic today, what is it, Denisha?
How do we get out of unhealthy relationships that we've become dependent on?
How to get out of an unhealthy relationship. Wow.
That's the first part. That's the first part.
Okay,
But-
well, here's the thing. Here's the disclaimer, because I
Okay.
have to throw it out there.
Yes.
Look, with the exception of a marriage where you're being abused physically, emotionally to a point to where it's affecting your mental health,
Yes.
we don't advocate divorce.
Right.
Marriage, we're encouraging anybody that's married to do your absolute best. Work it out. It gets greater later. And especially you 3 years in, 2 years in, 4 years in, it's 4 or 5 years
7
now.
years in.
7 years. It takes 7.
Yes.
It takes
So I've
7 to
heard.
get over the hump.
So I've heard.
Okay, well, 23 years in,
Right?
it takes a minute to get over the hump. And the reality of it is, I'll never forget marriage gurus, Pastor James Flowers and Pastor Kathy Flowers, powerful people. They once said in one of the meetings we were in, you don't get to the good part till after 20 years. So,
So this is going to take your whole 110%.
it's a life.
Yes.
And it's a lifestyle.
Yes.
It's a lifestyle. So, but anyway, that aside, oh my gosh, I ran down a rabbit trail.
No, it's fine.
Here's the thing. We're not promoting divorce, but we are promoting, like, if you're in a relationship or you might be considering that this is the one and it's unhealthy, this is where we have this conversation at.
Yes.
Or even more so, what about in jobs?
Oh,
Cousins.
right. Oh,
Old friends.
that's good.
People you've known since junior high school.
Yes. Past friends.
Come on.
They're past friends for a reason.
Yeah. Or people that's coming back up out the past.
Yes. That's
Uh-oh.
social media.
They're winking at you.
That's social media.
They're winking at you.
Those too many
Come on.
likes. Be careful.
Come on. So here's the thing. We have to come, before we get into this real close, we have to come up with a definition of what unhealthy is. What is an unhealthy relationship? What facets of that relationship might be unhealthy that we have to pay attention to?
Awesome. Oh, that's good.
What are you thinking?
Anything that is confused, brings up confusion.
So if it leaves you
Just
in
lost.
confusion.
Anything that you have codependent on
Codependency.
for your happiness,
Oh my gosh.
that's not healthy.
Okay.
An unhealthy relationship is just it's not reciprocated.
Okay.
It's a
So you-
one-sided. To me, this is my opinion. This is not from Google or Webster. Just anything that's one-sided, always.
Okay, so you're
It's been
constant
one-sided.
constant giver,
Yes,
constant giver,
constantly filler too.
filler. What does that mean?
You just that cheerleading. You just
Oh,
filling them
okay,
up.
okay,
You got
okay.
this. You're beautiful. You're strong.
Okay.
And you get nothing back.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, it's just a wall there. So the door only opens when you're giving.
Wow.
It's not a revolving door.
Okay,
That's unhealthy.
That's
for
unhealthy.
Me. Yes.
Okay,
Or anything that is taken from you and you'll feel lost without it, or destitute, or broken, or homeless
without it,
without it. That's unhealthy.
that's unhealthy
Yes.
because once it's gone, you're in a tight spot.
And from personal experience, yeah, you might be in a tight spot for the first week, month. But
Until you find your balance.
come on, somebody fight your way out.
Come on.
Fight your
but
way
so,
out.
but the unhealthy part is to be so dependent on this
Yes.
that it's going to wreck your world when it's
If,
gone.
if and when it's taken from you.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
So, is it possible that a woman can become dependent on a person to her? Well, we just answered that.
Yes.
So, it is possible for a woman to depend on a person to their detriment.
Yes. Yes. I love that. I was taught that we're supposed to.
Depend on people?
Men.
Women are supposed to depend on men.
Yes. He's supposed to be the provider.
Uh-huh.
He's supposed to be the protector.
Uh-huh.
He's supposed to be basically the strong person
Okay.
in the relationship.
Okay. And for some people that works.
Yes, but that's
But here's the thing: it works if you're in a relationship with someone that understands not just their role, but your role, or that is strong enough to let you be you.
I seen something, and I hate to bring up the D word again because we already had that disclaimer. Please fight for your marriages. They're God given, truly. I seen something with Steve Harvey and his first wife.
Uh-huh.
Listen, ladies, it's okay and I bring that up to say this. It's okay for him to be the breadwinner, right?
Right.
It's okay for him to be the provider, protector. But you have to know that you can provide for yourself. We have to get the proper education to provide for ourselves. We have to work hard because at the end of the day, she feels like, and I'm not speaking for her, this is just what I grabbed out of that. She feels like he owes her.
Well, wow. Here's the thing. You have to. All of that is pre stuff. When it comes to relationships, when it comes to marriage, especially,
Yes.
all of that is pre stuff.
Yes.
You have to come in.
Yes.
Being able to hold your own.
For sure.
You have to come in. Here's the thing. You should be so. I believe.
Okay.
A woman should be so balanced and so well with who she is.
Yes.
To where if she's approached saying, "Hey, you know what? I'll buy you a Range Rover," you can say, "If I wanted to, I'd have one already."
Oh, good.
You know what I'm
good.
saying?
Yeah, that's
good.
good.
Baby, I'll buy you, and I'll make you feel like I already feel good about.
Yes.
That's why even with men, I tell men to tell their daughters how beautiful they are.
Yes.
So when they hear it the first time, they're not shocked.
Oh, that's good.
You
That's
know what I'm
powerful.
saying? They can't be turned by that.
Right.
I already know that.
Right.
But we were in marriage situations where husbands were encouraged to tell their wives. So when their wives heard it outside of the house,
Yes.
she could say, "I know my husband tells me all the time."
Well, that's powerful.
You know,
That's
so that there's no turning.
Yes.
But the issue is the pre stuff, because if you don't have all of this pre,
Yes.
that serious relationship, if
Right.
you don't have it, then you're dependent on something you should have had before you got to him.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
I do understand.
You're going to get to your point because I'm holding you up.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No. Please go ahead, because what you're saying is very important, but that's not always how it goes.
Because the realities of our society tell you to wait on him to do that for you. Wait on him to fulfill you. He's going to be your knight in shining armor. When in fact, we're in a day and time now is, again, when you come to the table, you should come, like we had said in one other episode.
Yes.
You should come 100%
Whole.
ready. Not if I only had somebody who had $50,000 a year.
Yeah.
Or if I only had, no, you have everything that you need. So when he offers you a house, you can say, "Sorry, I already have one."
Right.
You know.
Right.
You know, or he's trying to make himself attractive to you.
Yes.
None of that matters.
Yes.
Because you already have that.
So now you're going internal.
Right.
Oh, which is powerful. And I'm gonna say this, far as my marriage going, I was with my husband a lot of years before our marriage, and we came in both emptied out,
Right.
hopefully, and Lord bless, of our past financial situations, emotional situations, and so we were just us.
That's good.
And we both couldn't afford to go to school.
Oh, wow.
So what he did was, I got it, you go, right?
That's a blessing.
And then I wasn't, okay, so I tried this. That wasn't my itch. Okay, can you do it again? Can I go to school again? Yeah, you go. So I did it a second time. That wasn't it. Can I go again? You go. So that's leaving him now to say, okay, it's my go.
Right.
And it's unfamiliar to hear him say, it's my turn.
Right. And because
Right. So the dependency
right.
is now reversed.
Right.
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 But let's get to unhealthy.
Right, and everything that you just explained is healthy. Mm-hmm. That's the great part about it, because there can be a balance in there, where
Yes.
somebody supports you to the point to where now you hit your third itch, but the reality of it is your third itch has you now working in a hospital if you want to,
Yes. Yes.
personal care if you want to,
Definitely.
and all that. So now that you can do things that make you fulfilled when it comes to the job, space.
Right.
Now it's his turn.
Yes, it is.
And that's awesome, because now what it is, it's the balance that should be
Right.
independent on a relationship.
Right.
You
Right.
hear what I'm saying?
I do.
And it's not some crazy codependence.
Mm-hmm.
It's the balance that should be in a relationship. So now unhealthy stuff is when, say for instance, she's working the whole time.
Okay.
Because I can find some of my sisters right now.
Yes.
They're breaking their backs while he's on his fifth or sixth itch. And do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
All right.
I'm in closer. I'm in close.
Oh, okay. So
Camera shot. Sorry.
I'm blowing up this camera
It's
issue.
okay.
All
Sorry,
right.
but go ahead, please. You said
so
she's.
that's the key.
So it has to be a balance.
That's the key. It must be
good.
balanced.
That's good.
It must be balanced. Does it make sense?
Yeah, it does. No, it does.
All right. So
No, and I hate that I stopped you on that point of it being unbalanced and unhealthy,
right.
because that's where we're at. We're at, how do we recognize that I'm in an unhealthy relationship and I'm dependent on it?
Okay. When it drains you, and I'm not saying drains you, because at any given point anybody can be in a relationship and feel drained.
Yeah.
But when it drains you and then there's nothing being poured back at you,
Oh, good.
when you're empty
Yes.
and the person is still crying for more,
Ah.
you've left it all on the floor. You've done your last dance. You're
Yes.
dripping wet.
Yes.
And they're still saying, "Come on."
Yes.
Do you understand what I'm
totally
saying?
understand.
So the fact is, it's unhealthy when the balance is completely off.
So then let's
Talk to
let's
me.
dive
Share-
deeper.
share-
I wanna-
okay,
I wanna go deeper.
mentally-
I wanna go deeper.
Mentally, what
Let's-
is that like? To you, what would you say mentally? What is that unhealthy? Help me with that.
you're just in a constant state of confusion.
Okay.
You when it comes to the situation or the person, you're just very unsure.
Okay.
You're always on edge.
Okay.
That's unhealthy mentally for me.
Well, like on edge, like you feel like they're going to blow up.
Yeah,
On
you're
edge, you feel like
you're tippy toeing.
oh, you're walking on cotton now,
yes,
right?
you're not being your authentic self. You're being who they need you to be,
So that they don't blow up.
so they don't blow up or they don't leave you. Because remember, we're depending on them. So I don't want to do anything to make him leave.
So that you're in an unhealthy relationship when you get to the point to where, say, you start discounting yourself
That's it.
to the detriment of your own safety,
Yes.
to the detriment of your own health or well-being or financial
There you go.
status of your family.
There you go.
You-
Yes.
when you're dumbing down to the point to where you're not you no more,
Right. I don't speak up.
you have to be,
I don't correct.
a sidekick.
Come on.
You
Come
have
on.
you have to be a flunky.
Yes.
You have to be their assistant.
Right. Instead of their actual partner.
Uh-huh.
And in marriages, instead of being them.
Right.
I'm you, you're me, we're one.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a lot to get there, but
It does.
that's the idea of it.
And there's a way that in relationships that even outside of marriage, your cousins, your homegirls, your
Yes.
people you grew up with,
Yes.
there's a way to take turns being the background to the other person's foreground.
Oh, that's good.
There's a way to do it.
Yes.
And it's unhealthy when you're the constant background and you never get your opportunity to shine.
Right.
That becomes the unhealthy part.
Right. And you're the lead singer.
Okay. Don't start.
Yeah.
But so there's this thing where when it gets super unhealthy, there's at some point years ago we were in a class and we were taught that when somebody's in a corner, when they're backed in a corner,
Yes.
there's this thing called fight or flight syndrome.
Okay. Okay.
And in many cases, unhealthy relationships, people are fighting to stay
Yes.
because they don't know anything else.
Yes.
Especially if you've been in an abusive relationship most of your life.
Uh-huh.
So children that were abused young ages,
Yes.
9 times out of 10 end up abused by a boyfriend in high school, who's, you know,
And makes yourself believe it's normal.
this is what life is.
This is what love
This
is.
is the way. This is the way I'm supposed to be handled.
Yes.
And they don't
Yes.
recognize that healthy is better,
Yes, it is.
or they don't recognize what healthy is.
Right.
So they fight to stay in relationships. When the truth is, at some point, when you're in that unhealthy spot, you need to choose to fly.
Yes. Yes.
Run for your life.
And we can't I won't allow myself to say I wasn't taught that. At the age I'm at, I deserve to know better. I should know better. It's so much research out there. Everyone has a phone. We can teach ourselves. We can't stay stuck at this is how I was taught.
Okay, because that's an excuse now.
Yeah, that's an excuse now. Or he's supposed to. Or I need to act this way so I can make sure the rent is paid. I need to give myself up that way to make sure.
No. You're going too fast. You're going too fast because how many of our sisters are selling themselves
Yes,
for the rent?
a lot of us, including myself.
Come on.
I had an ex where he paid everything. And I was so dependent on that. So I remember around like the 20th or the 25th of the month, I would start doing extra stuff to make sure that the rent was paid.
So it was a lot more honeys and sweeties
Oh,
involved.
a lot more. Do you need a back rub?
Oh, come on,
Or
baby.
your
Your feet
feet.
must hurt. Come on. But but think about it.
It's the
This
truth.
is
It's sad.
this
It's sad.
is someone's life right now. You're free.
guess
You're
what?
blessed.
Come on.
But this is someone's life right now, and accepting that
Yes.
has them sitting somewhere where
Low.
when all that's
Low.
over, because after the rent's paid, a few days after the rent's paid,
Yes.
it's almost like when you get high,
Uh-huh.
and then now all the money's gone,
Yes.
the high is gone. Now you feeling like,
Very low.
and that's the reality.
Yes.
And it's like, at some point, this madness has to stop.
Yes.
Why? Because you're worth
Come on.
more than selling yourself for $1,800
Monthly.
every month on,
Yes.
on the clock.
Yeah,
Hello.
and it gets deeper. It gets deeper to where favors started to be asked,
Oh my.
gestures were asked, and so because I didn't want to have the lights off, be homeless, be unstable. Now I'm giving up a piece of me for a number sign.
Not a piece of you.
I'm giving up me. Yeah.
You.
Yeah. And it was very and guess what? After all that, he still left me.
Of course.
I still wasn't worth anything to
Okay.
him.
It was okay. For any of my sisters right now,
Yes.
it's a transaction.
Yes, it is.
So once the transaction's done,
That's
What?
who you are.
do you understand what I'm saying?
That's
So,
the value you
the
are.
question though,
Yes.
what would D today say to D then? What would you say to that D?
Girl, if you don't go get another job or a job,
Come
I
on.
don't care if I have to work 3 jobs. I will never, and I mean never, give myself up for a number sign.
Why?
In that, because I'm valuable. I'm worth more.
Come on.
I'm
come
worth
on.
more, and I can do it.
So what would you say to my sister right now that's there?
You can do it,
And what else?
and you're valuable,
Come on.
and you're worth more.
I really honestly believe that with all my heart.
No, we have to
that,
start.
that it just takes that fight.
Yeah, and we have to start upholding the standard we have in our mind. It has to be action.
That's what you said. Uphold the standard. What standard?
The respect standard, the value standard
Value of what?
of who I am.
Oh, so you worth more than $1,800 a
I
month?
am worth way more than that.
And so are my sisters.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
It's bigger than this.
Yes.
It's bigger than this. There's no woman that I've met. Now I grew up in church, and I remember one brother saying, in church one time as a teenager, he said, "There's no such thing as an ugly person."
Yes.
And a bunch of teenagers sitting on the front row, I was one of them in their row, started laughing.
Okay.
And he said, "It's your immaturity that has you guys laughing."
Right.
And then when I sit where I'm sitting now, anybody that I've met, I see the value.
Oh, that's powerful.
Any woman that I've met, even women, and now, and you know as well as I do, you can meet a woman that thinks they're ugly.
Uh-huh.
They think in their head they're ugly.
Right.
We know women that are celebrities.
Yes.
That their life has made them feel ugly.
Yes.
People worship them, would give their right arm to be with them.
Right.
Just to walk with them, just to have dinner with them.
Right.
And they feel like they're ugly.
Yes.
Why? Because life has told them that. Because if you're in a relationship with somebody and they cheat on you 7 times in that relationship.
I was going to go there. Yes.
Now you're feeling like, okay, well, what's wrong with me?
Right.
Or if you're in a relationship with somebody and all they do is stay on the internet and watch porn.
Yes.
They're saying, what's wrong with
Yes,
me?
yes,
Is
yes.
that what you like?
Yes.
You know?
No.
And so
That's a fact.
So now.
And can't even get it, but go
I know.
ahead. Can't go ahead.
Now I feel like, but I don't measure how many women I met that felt like they didn't measure up, but the value was there.
Yes. I've even was told, growing up, it was this whole thing. Surely, we're going to go there, but it was this thing like, you need to be able to keep a man.
You can't keep him with that.
He need to be kept. He need to want to be kept. He need to be a good man to be kept. Like, why do I have to just keep someone just for the sake to say I've been with them?
Here's the thing. They were not to be kept. You were meant to be kept.
Oh my. You
were meant to be kept.
You are meant to be
kept and cared for and cherished.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
The little preacher me finna stand up. The reality of it is God never told a woman to cherish a man.
Oh my.
He told the man to cherish the woman. Keep her feeling healthy. Make her feel respected. Make her feel loved. That's what you're supposed to feel, my sister.
Wow.
You're supposed to feel that. Not in a relationship where you're laying around, just hoping nobody leaves. That's not it. Because you're bigger than that. You're better than that, and there's no reason in the world you should accept that spot. All right, I'm going.
So good. So how do we get out?
How do we get
out? Where do we start at? What do we do?
Okay, here's the thing. If you know why you're leaving,
yes,
it makes it a lot harder to stay.
Why would a person leave that? I know why I left.
Why?
It came, honest. Here it is, honest. He left me.
Okay.
He left me. I was doing all that. What is the word I want to use? I am stuck. I was doing everything I could to keep him giving me the money to provide for me, but he still cheated. Mm-hmm. He still disrespected me verbally and mentally. Mm-hmm. And at one point, I just felt low. So
anything I pay for is property.
Well, I didn't think that way at that time, but yes. And then you started to just treat me
like property,
like a thing instead of a human being.
Mm-hmm.
And so we broke up. And that first month, I felt so scared. I didn't know what to do. What was I? And I remembered, get your butt, even if it's McDonald's, even if it's a beauty supply, Walmart, whatever it is, get up and go get it on your own.
Right.
Go get it. You deserve. How can you allow someone to just be the all?
Come on.
And have the power to take it
all from you at once.
Yeah. At once.
We
can't do that.
Mm-mm.
We can't do that. It's time out for that.
Deserve more.
It's time out for that.
Deserve so much more.
You can take out your own trash. Okay? You can love yourself.
Come on.
You can pay your own rent. Okay? And guess what? We can protect ourselves. And I'm not necessarily speaking
Don't go there.
staying out of certain situations will protect yourself.
Definitely.
Getting an extra lock will protect yourself.
Right.
Okay. Being aware of your surrounding will
Okay.
protect yourself.
Yeah.
You can protect yourself.
All right.
Okay. And
Don't bring up the smoke or the fireworks.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't say that. I'm not advocating for that. And also, guess what? You can love yourself.
That's key. Because here's the other part. If you love yourself, there's less of a chance of you being in a relationship with somebody that doesn't love you.
And that's that standard I'm talking about that we keep in our mind. We as women, all of us, we have a standard in our mind, right? And I preferably it's a good one. Preferably you're telling yourself you're strong.
Come on.
You're telling
It's
yourself
real.
you're beautiful.
That is real.
You're telling yourself you can and you will.
That's
right.
real.
That needs to ooze out.
Right.
We have to walk in that daily.
It's a mentality that you need to have about yourself.
Yes.